He has made everything beautiful in its time. Some hearts become quiet after carrying too much for too long, not because they stopped feeling, but because life slowly taught them how to hide the pain. If your soul has been feeling distant from peace lately, stay here for a moment. This prayer may be exactly what your heart needs tonight. You can sit in a crowded room and still feel completely alone inside. You can smile during conversations, while your spirit quietly feels exhausted underneath every word. That is the strange thing about emotional pain. Most of it happens silently. No alarms, no dramatic collapse, just a slow fading of peace, little by little. Until one day, you realize your mind no longer feels like a safe place to rest. Thoughts become heavier. Small problems feel enormous. Even simple moments begin carrying invisible pressure. And somehow, the version of you that once felt emotionally alive now feels distant, like someone you used to know a long time ago. Life can do that to people. Quiet disappointments, sleepless nights, carrying responsibilities while secretly feeling emotionally drained inside. After a while, the soul becomes tired of pretending everything feels okay. But here is the beautiful thing about God. He notices the pain people hide from the world, the silent panic, the tired eyes, the nights where breathing itself feels emotionally heavy. Heaven sees all of it. And even now, while your heart still feels worn down by life, God has not stepped away from you, not once. Ecclesiastes says, He has made everything beautiful in its time, which means this painful chapter is not the final version of your story. Peace can return, joy can return, light can return to the exhausted places inside your soul again. Lord, tonight, let your presence reach the hidden corners of this weary heart, untangle the fear living inside these restless thoughts, and gently remind this tired spirit that healing is still possible, even after all the pain it has carried in silence. There are mornings where your body wakes up, but your spirit still feels exhausted. Nothing terrible happened overnight, yet somehow your chest already feels heavy before the day even starts. Maybe that feeling has been following you lately, the feeling of being emotionally worn out by life. Too many thoughts, too many silent worries, too many nights spent trying to look strong, while your heart quietly struggled underneath it all. Some people become tired from physical labor. Others become tired from carrying invisible weight nobody else can fully see. Weight from old disappointments, weight from fear about tomorrow, weight from constantly pretending they are okay. And after enough emotionally difficult seasons, even happiness begins feeling unfamiliar. You laugh less naturally, rest feels temporary, peace feels distant, like something your soul remembers, but cannot fully reach anymore. That kind of exhaustion changes people quietly. It steals energy from simple moments. It turns ordinary nights into emotional battles inside the mind, and slowly the heart begins feeling disconnected from itself. But tonight, God is not asking this tired spirit to carry every burden alone anymore. He never expected your soul to survive without rest. Psalm 55:22 says, "Cast your burden on the Lord, and He will sustain you." Sustain you, which means heaven still intends to hold together the parts of your life that currently feel fragile. Even now, while your thoughts still feel restless, God is gently standing beside this exhausted heart, not rushing you, not condemning you, just quietly reminding your spirit, you do not have to carry this alone anymore. Lord, breathe calm back into this weary soul tonight. Slow the fear hiding inside these racing thoughts. Lift the emotional weight pressing against this tired heart every single day. And let this spirit finally experience the peace it has been missing for so long. Because even now, while healing still feels far away, heaven is already restoring strength inside this fragile soul again, softly, patiently, and lovingly. The hardest battles are often the invisible ones. Nobody hears the noise inside your thoughts. Nobody sees the pressure building quietly behind your calm face. From the outside, you still look normal, still functioning, still moving through life. But inside, your mind feels crowded with exhaustion. Thoughts replay endlessly. Tiny worries become enormous at night. And silence no longer feels peaceful, because silence gives fear room to speak louder. Some nights, you try to distract yourself just to avoid being alone with your own thoughts, because deep down, your spirit feels tired of carrying emotional weight nobody else fully understands. And after enough restless nights, the heart slowly forgets what true calm feels like. That is what anxiety quietly does to people. It steals comfort from ordinary moments. It turns peaceful rooms into emotional battlefields. It makes exhausted souls feel trapped inside their own minds. Maybe that is why your heart has been feeling so overwhelmed lately. You have been trying to survive emotionally while secretly running out of strength inside. But listen carefully tonight. God has not abandoned you in this battle. Not during the sleepless nights, not during the silent panic, not during the moments where this weary spirit quietly felt like giving up. Philippians 4:7 says, "And the peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds." Guard your mind, which means heaven still cares about the thoughts exhausting this soul every night. God still cares about the fear, the overthinking, the emotional storms nobody else fully sees. Lord, tonight, let your peace enter every restless place inside this weary heart. Untangle the thoughts keeping this exhausted soul trapped in fear. Quiet the invisible noise draining strength from this fragile spirit, and teach this tired mind how to rest safely in your presence again. Because even now, while this heart still feels emotionally overwhelmed, heaven is already breathing peace back into this weary soul, one gentle moment at a time. There are people who know how to smile at the right moments, laugh during conversations, and still go home carrying unbearable heaviness inside their chest. Maybe you have become one of those people lately. Strong on the outside, exhausted underneath it all. The frightening thing about emotional pain is how invisible it can become. Nobody notices when your soul starts growing tired. Nobody hears the quiet sighs between your thoughts. Nobody sees the nights where your mind keeps replaying fears long after the world falls asleep. So you keep going, you keep pretending, you keep carrying pressure your heart was never designed to hold alone. And slowly, the version of you that once felt emotionally alive begins fading into survival mode. You stop looking forward to things. You stop feeling fully present. Even beautiful moments feel distant, because your spirit has become emotionally overwhelmed for too long. But tonight, God is not ignoring the pain hidden behind this tired smile. He sees every hidden scar inside this weary soul, every silent breakdown, every moment where this exhausted spirit secretly wondered, how much longer can I keep carrying all of this? Psalm 61:2 says, "When my heart is overwhelmed, lead me to the rock that is higher than I. Lead me, because some hearts become too tired to find peace on their own anymore." And maybe that is exactly where your spirit has been recently, emotionally drained, quietly overwhelmed, desperately needing rest deeper than sleep. Lord, tonight, pull this weary heart out of the darkness fear has built inside it. Sit with this exhausted soul in the middle of the silence. Let your presence become a safe place for this fragile spirit again, and gently remind this tired mind that it no longer has to fight every battle alone. Because even now, while this soul still feels emotionally worn down, heaven is already carrying this exhausted heart toward healing again, softly, patiently, and with endless mercy. Sometimes emotional exhaustion does not look dramatic. It looks like losing excitement for things you once loved. It looks like staring at the ceiling late at night while your thoughts quietly spiral inside your mind. It looks like answering, "I'm okay," while your spirit secretly feels tired beyond words. Maybe that is where your heart has been lately. Not completely broken, just emotionally worn down by carrying too much for too long. And after enough painful seasons, the soul begins protecting itself by becoming quiet. You speak less, feel less, hope less, because deep inside, your spirit becomes afraid of being hurt again. Some people cry loudly, others simply grow numb. They continue living, but no longer feel connected to peace the way they once did. Maybe your heart understands that feeling tonight, the exhaustion, the heaviness, the silent ache hiding underneath everyday life. But listen carefully. God is still reaching toward this weary soul, even in the middle of emotional numbness, even when prayer feels difficult, even when your thoughts feel too tired to explain what hurts anymore. Isaiah 40:31 says, "But those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength." Renew, which means exhaustion is not the final destination for this tired heart. Peace can still return, joy can still return, your spirit can still feel alive again. Lord, tonight, breathe life back into the exhausted places inside this weary soul. Melt the heaviness surrounding this fragile heart. Remove the emotional numbness slowly stealing light from this spirit, and let this tired mind finally experience the calm it has been searching for through so many restless nights. Because even now, while this heart still feels emotionally distant from peace, Heaven is already restoring warmth back into this wounded soul again, gently, slowly, and faithfully. There comes a point where disappointment changes the way a person looks at life. Not loudly, quietly, slowly, one painful moment at a time. Maybe that is what has been happening inside your spirit lately. Your heart still wants peace, but another part of you quietly expects things to go wrong again. You still pray, but sometimes your soul feels tired of waiting for relief. Because after enough emotional storms, hope itself can begin feeling exhausting. Some people stop dreaming loudly, they stop expecting joy too quickly. They stop trusting calm moments completely because fear keeps whispering, "This peace will not last." And maybe your weary heart has been fighting that fear too, wanting healing, but emotionally preparing for more pain instead, wanting rest, but struggling to believe your soul will ever fully feel light again. That kind of exhaustion reaches deep into the spirit. It makes tomorrow feel heavy before it even arrives. It steals warmth from beautiful moments. It slowly convinces tired hearts that peace belongs to other people, but not to them. But tonight, God wants this fragile soul to hear something clearly. This season is not permanent. Your pain is real, but it is not eternal. Romans 8:28 says, "And we know that in all things, God works for the good of those who love Him." All things, even heartbreak, even emotional exhaustion, even the silent battles this tired heart has been carrying alone for far too long. Heaven is still working inside this story. Even now, even during the nights where your spirit quietly feels too exhausted to keep hoping anymore. Lord, tonight, teach this weary soul how to trust you again. Pull this tired heart out of the fear that has surrounded it for too long. Replace hopelessness with quiet strength. Replace emotional heaviness with peaceful surrender. And gently remind this exhausted spirit that better days still exist ahead. Because even now, while this heart still feels emotionally fragile, heaven is already rebuilding hope inside this weary soul again, softly, patiently, and with endless love. Tonight, for a few quiet moments, stop trying to hold everything together alone. Stop fighting every thought by yourself. Stop carrying the pressure that has been exhausting your spirit for far too long. Just breathe. Because maybe this heart has been surviving quietly while nobody else fully realized how tired it truly felt inside. The overthinking, the silent stress, the emotional heaviness hidden behind ordinary days. Some nights your thoughts became so loud, even rest stopped feeling peaceful anymore. And some mornings your soul already felt exhausted before the day even began. But through every painful season, every hidden tear, every sleepless night, heaven never once stepped away from you. Even during the moments where this weary spirit secretly felt emotionally lost, God stayed close. Even during the nights where fear felt stronger than hope, He stayed close. Even when this exhausted heart quietly wondered if peace would ever return again, His hand never stopped holding you through the darkness. Lord, tonight, wrap this fragile soul completely in your peace. Reach into every wounded place inside this tired heart. Calm the thoughts draining strength from this weary mind. Remove the emotional heaviness the spirit has been carrying in silence for far too long. Let this exhausted soul finally rest without fear controlling every thought anymore. Replace anxiety with calm. Replace emotional exhaustion with renewed strength. Replace hopelessness with quiet trust in you again. Because this story is not ending in pain. This story is not ending in fear. This story is not ending in emotional darkness. Better mornings still exist ahead. Peace still exists ahead. Healing still exists ahead. And one day, this same tired heart that silently cried during lonely nights will smile again without pretending, will breathe again without heaviness controlling every moment, will rest again without fear stealing peace from the soul. So tonight, if your spirit still feels fragile, remember this: God is still near, still protecting, still healing, still restoring the exhausted places inside your heart little by little. And even now, while healing still feels slow, heaven is already filling this weary soul with peace again, quietly, softly, faithfully. In Jesus' name, amen.